Okay, everybody, here we are. Post-game show. We got post-game scores from Wall. We got scores from Brownwood, Decatur. Let me bring in my boy, Matt Trammell. Matt.
All right.
How you doing, Matt?
We're here. I guess, looks like the Texas high school football season is in the books here for us. Directly in San Angelo. Luckily, there's one Concho Valley team still out there. We'll get to that here in a little bit, of course. So we want to jump into those second half Wall Hawk highlights because Wall did some pretty positive things in the second half. So we want to make sure to show you guys exactly what's going on there. James, you ready?
Yep, but first, here's a quick message from...
That's right. Yeah, Jim Bass is our sponsor
the Bass Bunch. Here we
go. Got to go to the Bass Bunch first. Let's go to that.
All right.
You're in the 23 Ford F-150 XLT. This truck offers so much, like blind spot sensors, accent step bars, and the XLT Appearance Package wheels give it a polished look. And the price is hard to beat at $12 grand in total savings.
Only at Jim Bass Ford.
All right, we're going right into Wall highlights here. Second half, Wall was down, 21-0?
24-0 was the halftime. Oh, 21, excuse me. 21-0 the halftime score there. As you see right here, just a turnover for the Hawks. Just a big tackle for the Hawks. We're going to go try to score here. Throws up the ball. No good. Wall doesn't throw the ball much, so when they do, they got to make things happen. Of course, when you see them throw the ball, things maybe get a little out of hand, but they did make some plays in the second half. That was one of them. I think that was a turnover on downs on that one. Canadian now has the ball. Here we go.
Watch this Cavalier get sling this ball right across the middle. Incomplete.
Good defense there by the
Good
Hawks.
defense.
The Hawks defense, that was their staple all year long. Definitely showed up in this second half. Fourth down right there, converted.
All right, here we go.
Canadian still has the football here.
And they're driving, man.
Yep.
That kid in the driver's seat's scary.
Looking around, finds his man on the backside.
Wide open.
He rolls to the left, finds the man on the backside. I mean, that's just something that you just don't see every single day. Gets it all the way down here to about the, I would say, what was that? 4-yard line? Yep. See if they make some things happen. Fakes the handoff, dishes it here, and just makes a play. I'm telling you, Wall's defense in the second half was lights out. I mean, if you think that the second half defense, if they would have played like this in the first half, it may have been a different ball game.
Absolutely.
Right here, they would make this go up 24-0.
I mean, if you look at the points that Wall gave up in the second half, you're right. If their defense played as well as they played in that second half as the first half, it would have been a much better ball game.
Yeah, and of course at the end of that last half, we'll hear Coach Guy talk about it here in the first half. The interception in the first half. Coach Guy, he talks about how that, and we'll let you guys listen to it in a second. How, it really put him down. I mean, that would have been kind of a chance to maybe make some things happen, get in the end zone early. Here we go, big pass here. That's probably one of the biggest plays for Wall of the night.
And they can throw the ball too when it's there.
When it's there, when it's there, they definitely can make some things happen. Here we go again. Finds his man, make a few plays, got an extra blocker right there, ran into the referee. Got all the way down here to about the 7. Just a handoff, barrel through, get you in the end zone. Wall Hawk touchdown.
And I remember watching Nathan Pepper as a freshman when they played Bushland and Snyder. And he's just out there making plays for him as a freshman. He's really been that guy for him for a long time.
Got to go for 2 so that way you can keep it a 3-score ball game. Looks back door, has his man, overthrew him, no good, 24-6. Got about 10 minutes left. Let's take another look at it. So I think this was maybe the right move. I mean, he had him open.
Oh no, he absolutely just put a little too much on it and just got away from it.
Canadian taking the football now, rolling out to his left. Keeps it himself. Big run there.
Yeah, earlier during the pregame show, I talked about how Canadian played. Here you go, in for a quick touchdown right there.
Keep going, James.
But just there, they played a quick. Oh, here you go, up and over.
Oh yeah, we got to watch this.
Lands rough.
Tries to hurdle him. Unfortunately, he came up just a little bit short, but he did get he got the first, right? Set up a touchdown. There you go. Yep. 2 touchdowns in the second half for Wall. It would unfortunately not be good enough, though. Take the knee here. Ball game. And final one, this one, I think 31
to 12, I think.
31-12.
31
so
to
good game
12.
for the Hawks. Better second half than the first half.
Yeah, Matt, tell me what you thought about Wall there.
Well, I mean, the first half kind of got out of hand. When you go down 14-0, you got to start to fight back. They regrouped at halftime, and you can tell, their defense played lights out. I mean, you give up 10 points in the second half, and then you score 12. Heck, should have done that in the first half. That would have worked out a little better. But that's the game of football. You always want to look back and say, hey, I could have wished it would have, But that's the game of football. So yeah, I think they came out, they fielded what they had to do, and they came up a little bit short tonight, but I don't think they have anything to hang their hats on. They played a really good ball club, a really disciplined ball club that's playing deep in the playoffs every single year, just like the Hawks are. So it's not that they lost to an inferior opponent or anything. They left everything out there. There's many teams that play in the playoffs in the 3rd and 4th round.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And they, go down big, and that's it. It only gets worse.
Absolutely.
Didn't happen to the Hawks.
They played extremely well. Let's run through the guys who make us some money real quick. Let's go to Angelo Bolt real quick. Matt, you want to take it away?
Yeah. Of course, our highlights for tonight's Wall Hawk game is brought to you by Angelo Bolt. Opened in 1994, Angelo Bolt Industrial Supply serves the Concho Valley for 29 years and counting. Angelo Bolt's the go-to place for fasteners, power tools, air compressors, and everything in between. Chances are, if you're looking for that special bolt or fastener, Angelo Bolt will have what you're looking for. And in the rare chance they don't have it, they'll find it fast. Go see them today, 808 Warehouse Road. That is Angelo Bolt and Industrial Supply.
All right, Matt, here we are. We're going to go to Coach Guy on the field, after that loss. Oh, it's always kind of a touchy thing when you talk to a guy after losing. But, I think you said it, man. They kind of left it all out there on the field, and they don't have anything to be upset about. They Canadian very easily could have been in the state championship last year, and they retained that quarterback.
They have a good chance of doing it this year.
Yeah, absolutely they do.
So let's go. Yeah, let's go ahead and go down to hear what Coach Guy has to say after the 31-12 loss to the Canadian Wildcats.
All right, here we go.
I'm here with Coach Guy, head coach of the Wall Hawks, after the regional final loss to Canadian, 31-12. Coach, you said before this game started that this game was going to be competitive, and it was from start to finish. Literally, football is a game of inches, and that's what it came down to on offense tonight. Just give me your overall thoughts on the game.
I was proud of the way our kids played. I thought they battled the whole game. We came in. I thought our game plan was pretty good. That's a good ball club on the other side. They're well coached. They play hard. Really good athletes, and we came up short tonight. I hate that for our kids because I thought our kids battled. We came up short right there at the end of the first half where I thought we could get back in this ball game, and they came up and made a big play on an interception. And hats off to our seniors. They've been great leaders for us for some of them for 3 years, and can't ask anything more from them.
Coach, despite being down 21-0 at halftime, what does it say about the character of this ball club that y'all continued to fight, actually outscored Canadian in the second half?
Well, it's one of those things where I thought our kids, in at halftime, they felt like they were still in this ball game, and coming out, they felt like they could get back in it pretty quick. They felt like if we could come down and get one score, and the tide would turn, or the momentum would shift, and that's what we were counting on us doing. So even in the locker room, their spirits were high. They were pulling each other together, and so they're doing exactly what a great ball club should do.
All right, Coach. Again, this has been Head Coach Houston Guy, the Wall Hawks. Congratulations on a successful season.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course, Coach Guy always knows what to say after a win or a loss. I know that because we've all talked to him personally. I mean, whether he wins or loses, he's the same guy. He's going to tell you, and I don't mean that same guy, Houston guy, but he's the same guy. He will tell you exactly what happened. I mean, and he'll be honest. And in this case, I think he was. I think it was a team that was very competitive, but at the end of the day, just got beat, and that's just the game of football.
No, absolutely, man. I think that's one thing about the Hawks, the coaching staff, that we really like is how honest they are with us, and we're not afraid to be honest with them. And like I said earlier, they could take that, they could take a joke, and they can also, hey, but it's time to be serious when it's time to be serious. Here's Ryan Chadwick with after game thoughts here.
Well, it's over here at Pirate Stadium out here in Lubbock, where Wall has just fallen to Canadian 31-12. Wall came out in the second half, played much better on defense, played much better on offense. 2 opportunities where the Hawks could have gotten something going. They failed to get another first down on 4th down. But in the fourth quarter, the Wall scored two touchdowns. Didn't quite get the 2-point conversion to really truly get back into this one. But the game was so much closer than last year. It was competitive all the way through. Football's truly a game of inches, and that first half proved it. Multiple times, Wall was just short on a 4th down attempt, or that interception on the 1-yard line right before halftime. But overall, such a successful season from these Wall Hawks. Made it to the 4th round again. You can tell that this team is getting closer and closer, just inching, like just right on the edge of getting to that state championship. So that wraps it up for the Wall Hawks in 2023, and we'll see how they do next year. Back to y'all.
All right, and the Wall Hawks are brought to you by Hartman Roofing. If you want to stay in the game, don't get beat over the top. At Hartman Roofing, the proof is in the roof. From residential houses to commercial buildings, Hartman Roofing is the roofer you can trust to do it right and do it right the first time. To get a quote today, call Hartman Roofing at 325-653-2888. All right, moving on. Matt, what do you have to say about the Hawks there, man?
Man, I don't know. I think I said enough doom and gloom. I think it's time to move on to some more exciting football. We still got another game, another highlights. Our COVER1 analyst Matt Couture is down in
Couture,
yeah, down in Waco. Gonna find out a little bit about this Brownwood Decatur game. You were talking about a game that's just full of scores and a lot of action. This is gonna be it. So let's go ahead and kick it down to those highlights. Let's check it out.
All right, here you go. Brownwood Decatur. Brownwood kind of out of the Contra Valley, about an hour and a half east to here. But they have a really good kicker. He made a 50-yarder earlier in the season. But obviously here, drop the snap. There you go. Just kind of sling it downfield. 20 for the Decatur. Picks it off, runs it back a little bit.
Just a note, though, this was on an extra point. So this is going to make it 7-6.
All right, here you go. Decatur's going to run the ball up the middle. There at McLane Stadium. That's where the Bears.
Baylor Bears. There's a bigger win in there tonight than there has been all year.
Right? All right, Decatur runs in for a touchdown run back. Just taking off, getting through the line. That defensive coordinator for Brownwood is just going to be.
So I'm going to have to talk to Matt about what happened on that field goal, because it says 7-7 there. So I'm not sure what exactly happened. I thought at first he told me it was an extra point. May not have been. Maybe just been. I don't know. So we'll have to check that out. But either way, 7-7 here, 10:34. See some more action. Decatur, man, they can run this football. You cannot tackle that, man. He is gone.
Man, that defensive coordinator for Brownwood is going to be on his guy. Earlier I talked about how I kind of fell in love with his answer when they played Stephenville. They were tied up, and Stephenville just took off down the field and scored. And after the game, he was like, man, we just cannot allow that. He took everything on himself, even though their defense or their offense really didn't do a lot in that game. He still kind of took it on himself, so I know that he's going to say, hey, this is on us.
You see these guys, they show up in suits.
Yeah.
They show up in suits.
Yeah.
Here's another big run by Decatur there. Going to set up another score. But don't worry, this thing is a lot closer than what you think.
You got Big McCarty in there on that defensive line, he's a legitimate prospect.
21-7 at this point.
That's just helping stuff it up and stuff up the running lanes there. They are they got some players, man, in Brownwood. Yeah. They really do. I think their kicker's one of them.
Let's flip sides. Here's Brownwood.
I call back slinging.
Big throw here. Comes up with the catch. Makes this guy get off of him. Go score. 21-14 at this point. Man, I'll tell you, this game was competitive. A lot of big plays. Back to Decatur. Hand it off. On his right. Into a pile. Through the line. Seems to be right on this line.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? We just saw exactly how good this team could really be.
Going into the half, 21-14. Decatur is up in this one. My phone's been going crazy. I know that's the only game on, so there's going to be more scoring. We'll get to scores here in a little bit. Maybe we'll see some more of that action. James, before we go to Matt, you want another ad? You want to
we got to pay the bills real quick.
Yeah, one more.
Talking about Intertel. Intertel is a proud sponsor of COVER1 football coverage. Intertel has been providing cutting-edge but proven technology for homes and businesses in the Concho Valley. Just like the game of football, a good defense is important to winning. Need a security system or cameras? Get a free quote today by visiting Intertel.com or by calling 325-658-8375.
Okay, so now we're going to go down to Matt Couture, who is down on the field to hear his takes. Like I said, been a very interesting game so far, 21-14 at halftime. Either one of these teams can make a big run. We've seen Brownwood win state championships before in the past. Nothing's out of the realm. So, James, let's go ahead and pull that sucker up and let's go there.
Yep, here comes Matt Couture.
What's up, guys? This is Matt with San Angelo Live. I'm here at McLane Stadium watching Brownwood and Decatur, where the score is 21-14 at the half. It's a close game. Honestly, Decatur kind of came out, showed their explosiveness on offense. Brownwood is doing their best to try to contain what they have on the outside corners. They have a lot of speed. They have a good quarterback, and they can really run the ball. So far, Brownwood has been able to keep up, though. We might have had a momentum changer. Brownwood, toward the end of the second quarter, had a really big stop on 4th down and also scored, I think, about a 50-yard touchdown pass. So it could be a momentum changer. Hopefully, we'll see coming up in the third quarter. Back at you guys.
I'm sorry. The COVER1 scoreboard, going right into scores. COVER1 scoreboard is brought to you by Texas Bank, locally owned and governed. Texas Bank is a proud sponsor of COVER1 athletics. Just like the guys on the field, Texas Bank wants to show you what it means to be a team. From checking to savings to personal loans to commercial loans, Texas Bank is here for San Angeloans with 3 convenient locations. So when thinking of where to bank, use the local guys at Texas Bank. All right, Matt, we are going into scores, man. Let's
switch to me.
My bad.
You're good.
My bad.
Yeah, a lot of scores to get to in the first. Of course, our halftime show didn't have a lot of scores because Wall started early. But now we got some scores coming in. Going to be very interesting to see who's moving on to almost the last round of the playoffs. We're getting really deep into this stuff. So, winner of next week goes to Jerry's World. Is that correct, James?
Six-man ends this week.
6-man ends this week, and everybody else goes to Jerry's World after next week. So it's going to be important to find out who's going to be in those games. So with that, let's go ahead and kick it to the old scoreboard.
All right, starting off, Stephenville, Anna, 24-14, Anna.
Stephenville's losing that game. That one's kind of crazy.
Yep, Sunray, Clarendon. Sunray 33, Clarendon 6. Halftime.
Big score there.
Big time score there, yeah. Stratford and Holly kind of saw this one coming. Stratford is that good this year. They really are.
Coach Weston, I hope you're watching.
I can already hear Jaime. Man, we could have beat them.
Yeah.
We could have beat them.
That's a tough team, but man.
Anyway, moving on. Chilton versus Falls City, 46-0 in the second quarter. Chilton is putting it on the Beavers. Gunter and Jacksboro.
Yeah.
34-27, Gunter at the halftime. Jacksboro's making it a game. Where's the defense at in that one? They show up, or did they just decide to stay home in this one?
Right.
Decatur, Brownwood, 21-14 at the half.
Of course, gave you some highlights from that one earlier.
Absolutely. Westbrook happy. They probably won that one by now. Westbrook, of course, one of the better 6-man teams out there.
So probably going to see Westbrook versus hopefully another Concho Valley team. We'll get to that in a second. Keep rolling.
All right. Franklin, 21-14 over Lorena at the halftime.
Good game there.
Timpson 14, Garrison 7 at half. Timpson's, of course, got Terry Bussey, the All-Texas quarterback who is an absolute playmaker, man.
Well, better put up some more than 14 points. Abilene versus Aledo, 28-14. Man, Warbirds, get it going. Paradise and Brock, 7-0. That's a weird score from Brock. Usually
that is a weird score.
A lot of points.
There's usually another 0 up there behind Brock right now.
I'm not
Paradise winning this one?
Could we see it? That would be a Paradise.
All right. And, of course, Toller beat Marlin 42-19. They're going to play Stratford next week. We're kind of taking bets on where this one is going to be. Probably Lubbock Cooper. or Childress or somewhere in that area.
Somewhere in the old hub city. Collinsville, Albany 52-14. Albany wins. Who do they play? Winner.
They're going to play Clarendon or
Clarendon because they're
Sunray.
Sunray.
Yeah,
Sunray because they're up big time.
So they'll probably play in Lubbock too, somewhere in there.
Yeah. Refugio and Ganado 41-12. Ganado, who they got next week?
I think they play tomorrow. Or no, they're going to play Timpson or Garrison.
Okay. So we'll have to see how that one ends up. Canadian and Wall, of course, Canadian wins.
They will play Gunter or Jacksboro. Jacksboro's making it a game. They're making it a game.
So
absolutely.
Winner of that game there.
All right, that is all the scores we have.
Go to sanangelolive.com/scores if you guys want to see any more scores exactly like these and keep updated all throughout the night. James, is this our final show for the night?
I believe it is.
So this will be our final show for the night. So go ahead and make sure to stay up on sanangelolive.com for all the other highlights for the finishing of Brownwood. Of course, you can see the full highlight tape uncut, not us in it. You just see the full highlight tape on sanangelolive.com. Of course, stay on our scores page, sanangelolive.com/scores. I cannot stress it enough.
We know you want to see more of us, but
there you go.
You're not going to.
All right, James, final thoughts. Kick it to you first.
Final thoughts. I am very, very interested in the Stratford-Toller game. I know Toller has a really good running back. I know that Stratford has a really good team. And also, our all-cover-1 team coming up. We got MVP, offensive MVP, defensive MVP, coach of the year, comeback player of the year. Probably already know who that's going to be. First team, second team, all that good stuff. If you have players that you want to see on the team, you want them to be considered, go ahead, shoot us emails, Facebook message us, get the coaches to text me. Other than that, I've had a great night. Matt, how about you?
My final thought, definitely going to be, we have one more team left. You guys don't think we do. Richland Springs is still in this thing. Technically, if you look up on Wikipedia, Concho Valley, they're in it. They're in that they're in it. They're in that edge, but they're in it. So we'll definitely take them on. So let's go Coyotes. Going to be taking on Westbrook. Is that next week or
I don't think they're weeks, I don't think they're taking on Westbrook just yet. I think Westbrook has one more game I think Westbrook is a big.
Okay, but they're still in it. My point is,
right.
My point is,
Richland Springs could play Benjamin in the state championship, and that would be an extreme. That's Richland Springs, the powerhouse 6-man school, against the up and coming Benjamin Mustangs,
that's the one, yes.
with Grayson Rigdon, who is probably the best 6-man player in the state at this time.
So
that kid is incredible.
That's going to be the one to watch. Of course, you got to always root for our Concho Valley teams. And I know you don't see my name writing around here too many times, but I guarantee you James Bellini or Ryan Chadwick or any of these sports guys here will definitely be putting up wrap-ups when it's coming to the end of the year.
Chadwick don't watch 6-man games. What are you talking about?
They're going to be announcing who these matchups are pretty quick, so make sure you guys stay tuned onto that. James, got anything else? No,
that's it, man. Westbrook's going to play either the winner of Gordon and Jonesboro.
Okay.
And that's going to be a very good game tomorrow. Other than that, no, that's it, man. That's all I got.
All right. My final prediction. It's going to be Duncanville versus Galena Park North Shore in 6A state championships.
All right.
Big shocker there.
Yep. Wall. My heart goes out to y'all out there at Wall. Canadians are a really good team, and y'all had a great season. Like, there's nothing to hang your head about. Come back, load it up next year and go.
Yep.
Go get them.
Thing with football is 365, baby. So you know what? Take a week off, get your body back, and hit the weight room. Time to start again.
Mm-hmm. All right, that has been the post-game Cover1 post-game show.
All right.
We will see you guys next week.